ATV 21 Alive.
On the next Oprah, how to write a love letter to your parents before it's too late.
Okay, ladies, take a minute and ask yourself these questions. Has sex become a chore? Is he overly possessive of you? If it were not for the kids or the money, would you have left a long time ago? Have people close to you warned you about him? Is he constantly criticizing you? If you've answered yes to even one of these questions, it may be time to split. Why? We'll find out next on the Maury Povich Show. Okay? You don't have to stand up. This isn't the David Letterman Show. Today, we're going to take a look at love. How will you know if you found Mr. Right? And what will you do if he turns out to be Mr. Wrong? Now, joining us now are two couples who say they are in love, but are they? Should they even be together? Barbara and Roger have been married for 2 years, and Daniel and Amy have been dating for 2 years. So let's start with them. So Amy, what's the biggest problem, do you think?
Well, I think the biggest problem we have is we've been having this 2-year competition to see who can drive the other one more insane. It's just like, I mean, he has driven a wall between me and my best friend, me and my family. He doesn't constantly...
Why do you think he does this?
I think it's to get attention. I mean, in a negative way, it's like, he called my best friend. He's called her some really awful things.
Yeah, I mean, this is the way you look at it. I mean,
yeah, it's true. I mean, he like called her up. He called her a loser. I mean, yeah, she did something wrong, but I mean, he called my best friend a loser.
She calls me at 3:30 in the morning, and this woman calls me at 3:30 in the morning, and I'm not supposed to react in some way. I mean, she calls me up in the middle of the night, starts screaming at me. I got to work at 10 o'clock the next morning.
Who's calling you, Amy or the best friend?
No, my best friend.
Right.
But there's a wall between. But I mean, that's like really incidental.
But how do you compete with each other? What is going on here?
Well, I think it all started, like, day one, it started. We went to a bar, and we tried to outdrink each other. The first night we met each other.
That's
tried,
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First night?
First night. We're like, well, I could drink more than you, and I won.
This isn't important, but you won?
Yeah, of course.
She did.
Yeah, he admits that fairly,
Okay.
but, I mean, it's been going on.
And then what do you do? What other competitions?
Well, I think it got really bad when, it started one night we were making lists of all the people he had sex with, right? And he had 2 more on his list than I did.
Why would you do that?
Because we had to know.
Killing time in a bar. You sit down
so we made a list of all the people, and he had 2 more, right? And I was like, well, okay, I'll accept
What did you want to do, even it up?
And believe me, she tried.
She tried?
Like he didn't, no, well, we broke it up. No.
You flirt in competition with each other?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we do that, and we broke up for a period this summer, and during that period, I think she did her best to race ahead of me.
Like he didn't try. I mean, like, every time I talked to a mutual friend, they were telling me about some new girl he was with.
And how did you react to that?
I just went out, found another guy, went to a bar, got drunk, found somebody else. So.
Kind of grudge dating.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely what it was.
Right.
So.
Now, does the competition just end with this, I don't want to say friendly, but friendly competition, or does it lead to fighting, and how bad does that get?
It will lead to fighting. I tend to go a little insane, and I'll accuse them of all sorts of awful things, especially when I'm drunk. I'll be like, you know, you're just with me for the money. Like, I don't have any money, but that's what I say to him, you know. I've got about $30.
Yeah.
Or,
at all times.
Now let's move into something more serious. And you love each other.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Wow.
I mean, I know with a certainty that I do, because we got to a point in our relationship at the beginning of last summer where it just, I mean, we started to listen to all the people that were telling us, you guys aren't working out, all you guys do is fight. I mean, being with you and going out is like, you know, going to a boxing match. It's just, you know, round 1, round 2, round 3. And so we broke up.
Do you think you fight for the attention of others?
And in public sometimes,
yes.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just be screaming at each other. We'll be out, like, somewhere.
But doesn't that begin to be debilitating? I mean, doesn't, I mean...
definitely. Yeah, I mean, I'm worn out.
And you're beginning to see the raw edges of each of you?
Oh, I think we've seen the raw edges.
We've seen everything.
Way past raw edges. I think we're...
Now, does the fighting end up marvelously in bed, or does it hang there? Why did I use that word?
I don't know. I mean, there's. I have a hard time seeing a correlation between the two because that aspect.
I don't know. It's usually like he'll storm off and leave, and the next morning he'll call me. We'll pretend like nothing happened, and we'll go on.
Pretend like nothing happened? No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry the way I acted the night before.
Well, if there is an apology, it's something that's so quick.
Yeah,
it's like a formality,
I mean, I've
so we can
apologized
get
like
on
a million
with it.
times.
Can I ask you something? How can you get over this?
We don't. I mean, that's why we always fight. That's why, because I mean, there's still some I think there's some basic problems.
Well, then why do you feel you love each other?
Because
I don't know.
I just.
We're going to find out a little bit later. Barbara, you're a little different. You're a little older. You're more mature. You're way up there as an adult, not like 21, 22 years old like these two. You and Roger have been married now for 2 years.
Yeah, 2 long years.
And you contacted our show because you think you have a big problem in your marriage, and the word is control. Why?
I grew up in a family of control. When I was about 6 years old, I realized that my father totally dominated my mother. She never learned to drive a car. She wasn't allowed to have her own money. She wasn't allowed to have anything. And I made a vow to myself at that time in my life, I would never, ever let a man control me. That I would do whatever it takes, crying, kicking, screaming, any kind of manipulation in my life to not be controlled.
So you were rebelling against what you saw in your parents, and you said, that's not going to happen to me.
I didn't realize that till just the last few years, and probably this relationship, he's made me more aware of my need to control, because everybody else usually just let me control.
You're the dominating person in this relationship.
I would say yes.
And you're kind of a control freak, aren't you?
Only because I fear it myself.
Right. Do you, Roger, what do you have to do with this? I mean, does that mean that anything you want to do, you have to do it, I guess, sneakily? You have to do it on your own?
No, it's not sneaking. It's like a chess game. You got to play it very, very wisely.
Yeah. Are you playing it well?
Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose.
Yeah? Tell me about how you win.
Restaurants is one thing in particular. It's like she has to go to always to her particular restaurants, her particular needs, what she's hungry for at that time. Suggestive things I may say to her to persuade her, maybe if it's chicken, into another chicken place.
So she ends up thinking maybe it's her idea to go to the restaurant,
right?
And yet you're the one who's planted the seed.
Correct.
And now how do you lose in this game?
I go to a place I don't want to go to.
But there's always something on the menu. He'll eat anything. I'm picky. And so if we go to a restaurant, I'll offer him 2 or 3 choices, and then I'll know which one I want to go to, and then he'll mention, okay, let's go there. And I went, well, I feel a little queasy. I don't think I want Mexican. And then he'll go, well, let's go for Chinese. And I'm going like, I'm not really, why don't we just go to so-and-so? And he'll go, well, okay, I like that, okay. And so I usually get my way without him knowing it.
In every relationship, wow, in every relationship, there are some kind of rules, whether they be written down, whether they be in your head. There are rules of the relationship. Who sets them?
Oh God, I don't think we set rules. It's just like he says. It's a little chess game. Your move, my move.
As I understand it, you do the driving, right?
Oh God, driving with him is it's a test of futility.
So you can't sit in the passenger seat.
I sit in the passenger seat and tell him how to drive. And the worst problem, absolutely, the worst problem I have with this man is I love him dearly, and I think he's just wonderful. I do. But he drives, he is all over the road because he has to look at me and talk if we're riding down the road. So therefore, I become kind of mute because I don't want conversation like this.
Let me ask you this. Did I read or did I not read that all the money in your marriage is in your name?
Yes.
No. What is that? What is that? All the money. Why?
Because I've had all my money taken away a couple of times, and so I'm going to control it this time.
Don't you trust him?
No. I don't trust.
You married him.
He's a nice guy, but you have to be careful with nice guys. I mean, he's never messed with my money. He's never.
What would happen if I told you that Roger has some investments you don't even know about?
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. And you know what? I don't ask him, but yet I might as well be with my pants down because he knows every investment I have. He knows everything about my financial.
So you're open and honest with him, but at the same time, you want to kind of control things.
Absolutely. I mean, we don't mix money.
Okay.
I own the house. I own my car. I own the furniture. He has a room he shares with me and a closet. in his car.
Hey, no, wait. Let me tell you something, guy. I was in a relationship with like that. I lived with a girl for 2 years, and when she left, I had nothing. I mean, she took everything that she had with her. I was left with a bed, a plate, a spoon, a fork.
A toaster.
I mean, a toaster. I had an entire room devoted to a toaster.
Yeah, but what did you put into the relationship? Look,
a relationship is not about material. I mean, you know, it's not about what kind of bucks am I bringing in.
If you ever had everything that you own taken away, or anything you shared with somebody is taken away.
So you want to be in a position to...
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to be in a position so that next time you can be the one who takes everything away.
No, everything's mine.
Why? Do you want to live your life in fear? Is that it? You want to live your life in fear?
I don't understand why it can't be a 50-50 split.
It is.
Here are the big questions.
What's mine is mine, and what's his is mine, and when he leaves, he can take his with him, if that's the case.
Are these relationships on the rocks? Is there any hope at all for these two couples? We will find out when we come back after this.
Every 3/4 ounce Kraft single is made from 5 ounces of milk. How do they do that?
Dr. Milk uses a machine to fill singles with milk. Then Mingo squishes them flat.
Milk makes Kraft singles taste great.
K-R-A-F-T. Way to go, Mingo.
Monday, I soak my dentures. Tuesday, I brush. Wednesday, I soak.
Wait, all you need is denture cream. Why soak when denture cream gets dentures twice as clean and has minty mouthwash ingredients? All you need is denture cream.
Every day.
Room service.
Ooh, cappuccino.
New Italian cappuccino from General Foods International Coffees.
Mmm, delicious. Like that time in Italy when we met.
Yeah, you wanted to come over to my table.
I just wanted your cappuccino.
Well, you got it. Rich, creamy tasting coffee with the flavor of Italy. So you just love me for my cappuccino?
Can you blame me?
Celebrate the moments of your life.
New Italian cappuccino.
Great Lakes Improvements. What a great way to go.
Buy 3, get 1 free. For a limited time only, buy 3 Continental vinyl windows and get 1 free. We have manufactured windows for over 23 years to ensure quality and the lowest prices. Right now, buy 3 windows, get 1 free. Call now. Also save 20% on all Alcoa siding for your home.
Great Lakes Improvements. Go with the Home Pros.
Who knows football? Rod knows football.
Hi, I'm Rod Woodson of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Don't miss my football camp at Snyder High School June 20th through 24th. I'll be joined by other NFL greats to teach you the fundamentals of football and advanced skills used by the pros. Space is limited, so pick up your brochures at any Scott's food stores or call 422-7666 for more information. Don't miss Rod Woodson's football camp, co-sponsored by 21 Alive.
Joining us is Dr. Joyce Fedrell, who's just written a book about couples in bad relationships. It's called Get Rid of Him. Is that a title for a book or what? Now, and she's great, believe me. Joyce has been listening to Amy and Daniel and to Barbara and Roger. So go ahead, Joyce. Here it is.
All right.
Tell them what you think.
My first thing, I have a question for you, Amy. What % of your energy or time do you think you're spending on this relationship?
I spend 85.
Okay.
A lot of it.
That's my point. If you are spending your creative energy, your time, everything, and this applies to you too, but I'm speaking to women right now.
Okay.
And what most women do this, they invest too much in their relationships. They give it their all, and then if and when the man leaves, they have nothing left. Maury, I have a confession to make that I have never said before on television.
You're smitten by me?
Yes. I almost did not get my PhD because of a man. I was so obsessed and so needy, I did not have, I now know, a proper sense of self, and I was involved with a man who I was so in love with, and the thought of losing him, anything that he said or did, my life revolved around him. As so many women who have written to me after reading Get Rid of Him have said, I meet a guy and I don't know what it is, I'll actually not go out with my girlfriends, I'll sit by the phone. Biggest mistake a woman can make.
Why do they do that?
Because
Why do you do that?
Because you feel as if your life would be gone without him. When you focus, when you don't know who you are. So you see, what I ended up doing was separating myself from him. It felt like amputating an arm. And I did it because I did it to save my life.
How long before your arm grew back?
My arm grew back as I began to work on my own self-esteem, as I began to pursue little goals and achieve them. A simple thing like going to a judo class, learning how to fight, taking up...
So conquering little tasks help.
Exactly.
Okay, now with Amy here, she's saying 85%. Right. She's spending on thinking about working on this relationship.
My next question to Amy is, what are some of your goals? Do you have any aspirations for a career goal?
Yeah,
What is some, give me one.
I want to get my college degree.
Okay, are you in college now?
Yeah.
All right, now, what are you studying?
English and music.
See, she'll be another English lit. So now the thing is, when you graduate, what would you like to do?
Get my master's.
Okay, now, I want to know how much of the time you feel, how much better you would do if you were not in this relationship.
Sometimes I feel like I do a lot better, but I mean, the same can go for him. I mean.
Second question, how would you feel, this is key, if he left your life forever? What comes, quick, say it right out.
I'd just be really scared, really terrified. I mean, he did leave me.
Abandonment. And I feel that you may have the same problem. You also, and here's where we have psychological dynamics that are hurting each other. You are not psychologically compatible. I want to ask you a question of something that you said to the producer.
Okay.
If 24 hours goes by, you feel very anxious if you don't see her, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, wait a second. Let's just hold right there. What's wrong with that?
I'm going to let him. Why? Okay.
I talk to my wife every day of the year.
No, he's expressed an anxiety, a fear, a feeling of abandonment.
No, not exactly a feeling of abandonment.
Well, he's a man now. He's not going to say, "Oh, I'm scared. I'm a woman." I don't mean that. I don't mean that. You're adorable, and I love you. And I want to say, I love men. It's not against men. It's to help women and men to see what's going on. When you have a psychological problem, and it's like you aggravate each other's psychosis, so to speak.
Yeah.
You tease each other. You're always trying to make sure that the other one's going to stay there. So you do something to provoke. Didn't I hear you say that you made lists of how many people you went to bed with? Yeah. What are you really trying to say to each other? I'm worthy. But what a way to say I'm worthy.
Well, let's pause right there, because I want to know, because apparently a lot of people do that.
Right.
I mean, I've had them on our show. What is this list making? What are they saying about themselves?
Now, I want to make something perfectly clear. I mean, when we sit down and do this, I mean, it's not like we're sitting around, you know, with heaving breasts and, you know, celebrating our sexuality.
It starts out of a sense of fun, right?
Yeah, I mean, and it's done out of curiosity, and there is never a feeling of pride at having slept with more people
I know that. The opposite is true. There's a feeling of emptiness. There's a feeling of having to prove something. And and I don't like to say to everybody, go to therapy, but if at all possible, it would be very good if you could work with a psychologist. And if you
let's get past this.
Okay.
I mean, all of us need counseling. We know this.
All right. No, but you can read the Bible, pray, ask God to help you to find your self-esteem and build yourself. Because as long as you have this feeling of neediness that you have to prove something, even if you two break up, you're going to attract someone else similar to yourself.
Joyce, before we leave this couple, we're going to pause for them in the next segment. But before we leave this couple, why do they compete so much?
Because they don't have a sense of self.
But it's true. I've been hearing
Maury,
I've been hearing that
they're
for 25
competing with each other.
You know me 5 minutes.
I know you more than...
You know me 5 minutes, and you know I have no sense of self?
No. Okay, I'm sorry. Can I say something to you? I didn't phrase that right. Not enough. The way I see it, I feel that you don't have enough of a sense of self.
I have to agree with her.
Okay. Now, you see, what I'm saying is, in time, as you work on, and you're very young, it's also very understandable that you don't have as much of a sense of self. But I'm going to say this. I can again use myself and the thousands of women that have written to me. How would I ever be in a situation like that now? If I went out with a guy who I found was saying to me, well, I have a lot of women and I went out with this one, I'd say, I'd have a good day, and I'd be on my way. In other words, water seeks its own level when it comes to self-esteem. When your strength grows, he'll roll off you like water off a duck's back.
Joyce?
And you or she off yours.
Joyce, should this relationship end?
I can't say that. They'll have to say that. But Amy, well, there's somebody in this audience who read Get Rid of Him. She told me before.
Can I offer 2 cents worth of advice?
Wait a second. Why don't you pause there, Barbara?
All right.
'Cause we're getting to you next.
I want
Okay?
you to make that decision on the basis of what you find out about yourself.
We'll be
And
back
you will know what
right
to
after
do.
this.
And so will
And
you.
Joyce will have at Roger and Barbara after this.
We'd like you to know getting the facts regarding an accident claim is just one of our concerns. Because we concentrate on personal injury cases, we've learned there's more to the picture than what happened at the accident scene. Injured people face many real-life problems, like missing work, needing transportation, medical costs, child care. The list can go on and on. If you've been hurt and would like some help, call us.
The Lebemoff Law Offices, making the law work for you every day. Call 423-2581.
Scott's, it's a great place to work. I really like Scott's because of the flexible hours they offer. Good people, good working conditions, and good friends.
Scott's, someplace you'll love to shop and someplace you'll love to work.
This week, when you shop Scott's, you'll save on fresh country-style spare ribs, just 99 cents a pound.
Join the people pleaser team.
It's my store. Scott's, it's a great company to work for.
Three Rivers Literacy Alliance invites you to watch the 4th annual B for Literacy on Thursday, April 28th at 6 p.m. on the lower level of Glenbrook Square. This adult spelling bee gives employees from area businesses the opportunity to compete for exciting prizes. All the profits from this event will go to support the Three Rivers Literacy Alliance to combat illiteracy in Allen County. Don't forget, it's on Thursday, April 28th at 6 p.m. on the lower level of Glenbrook Square outside of Hudson's.
When you've experienced the death of a loved one, the last thing you need to be is pressured into funeral services you may not want or need. That's why you need Hockemeyer and Miller Funeral Homes. Hockemeyer and Miller listens to your needs with the compassion and the dignity you and your loved one deserves. Before, during, and after times of need, you need Hockemeyer and Miller Funeral Homes.
21 Alive and the Journal-Gazette invite you to help turn this into a lasting legacy of Fort Wayne's bicentennial.
I'm Melissa Long. Volunteers are needed for an old-fashioned community barn raising to help build Kids Crossing, the playground designed by Fort Wayne kids here at Lawton Park, May 9th through the 15th. Look for volunteer registration forms in the Journal-Gazette Sunday. You can also help build the playground by buying an engraved brick. For more details, call the Junior League at 432-6979 and lend a hand in this unique bicentennial project.
On the next Maury Povich show, a young girl tricks a small town into believing she's a he. But when the truth comes out, police say her closest friends planned her murder on the next Maury. All right, let's switch over to Barbara and Roger here, Joyce.
Okay, now, are you happy with your marriage just the way it is right now?
Right now, if he changed in any way, he'd be out of here so fast.
Oh, but I'm asking about you.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy right now.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to change about the way you're treating Roger?
I wish I didn't want such control. Okay. But that fear of losing control haunts me day and night.
Okay. Now, I have to say right away, if I was going to have to put a check or an X, possible X here for at least temporary time apart, and over here, check, 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 check. Who invented you? God bless you. I love you.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
I pray that you will bring a man like this into my life. He's not a wimp. He has a very strong sense of self.
What do you mean he's not a wimp? What do you mean he's not a wimp? But there are a lot of us out there who are saying, Roger, how can you let her get away with this?
Roger knows who he is. He's not threatened. He could afford to do that. What a blessing.
He's
a
wimp.
Beautiful man. He's not. What a blessing. God, I want to tell you.
Have you made your phone call today yet?
I love you.
Roger, why don't you say something? Defend us.
You know, I'm not saying that all men have to behave as Roger. He's being himself. That's the key. Be yourself. Be true to yourself. Don't give up yourself for anyone. Now, you expressed you wish that you were not as controlling, and that would be something to work on. Try to think about how horrible it was for you when you felt controlled.
Yeah, but you know what happens when I let him have control?
What?
The fire goes out in the grill. For a year, for the first year of our marriage, I would not let him light the charcoal grill because I knew I could get that fire going, right?
You know,
I knew how many coals, I knew how to stack it, I knew how much air had to flow through it, how much stuff to put on there.
But hold on. Let's ask Roger.
Because
let's ask Roger.
Roger, what is underneath there?
Yeah.
What are you
decision-
thinking underneath? Is something festering or something bothering?
Nothing.
Every decision Barbara makes
he
is
is
made
the
out
most
of
easygoing
fear,
guy I've
The
ever
man
met
is
in my
happy.
life.
Okay, is there anything, Roger, and I don't think there is, but is there anything, Roger, that you feel you're being trampled upon? Is there an area that you feel, you know, that you really, she's going overboard?
No,
You
there's nothing that she has
Now,
gone overboard.
If she did, what would you do? Be honest.
I'd take charge.
I believe you.
We'd butt heads.
You would speak to her. You would come out. He would. You see,
And we
that's
have.
the thing.
And we have.
You've got to be true to yourself.
Have you ever done that?
In a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
It's come to the point where you say, hold on.
They're the worst fights you can ever see.
See, now, looking at the two of you, I can't see you putting up a fight.
A good
I can.
But you know what
I
he
can
does
see
when
him.
he
I can see.
fights?
Well, let's go on to you. What about you, Maury?
Me?
You're married to a very strong
I'm
woman.
a wimp.
Yeah, you're not a wimp. You're a wimp like Roger's a wimp.
I walk 3 steps behind.
No, you're a real man. You're a real man.
Oh, Mr. Chung, here I am.
And we all clap. When a man, you know what I love too? When a man really knows who he is, he's not threatened by a strong woman.
That's exactly
Hello.
right. Isn't
Let me
this
ask-
two
Be with
similar
a strong
examples?
woman.
Well, we like red, obviously.
Similar examples.
He's not
Now, let me ask you this.
There's a fine line between strong and obnoxious.
Well, do you find anyone, is she obnoxious?
I'm not pointing fingers
No,
at
but
anyone.
Do you see
Dan,
how
I
adorable
bet you
that-
find him a little wimpy, don't you?
No, actually,
No, you see that
I think if he's happy in his relationship, and if she's happy, there's
There
no
you go.
problem. I mean, if, you know, dominance, up, down, who cares?
Okay.
You see,
I don't
you're
really
getting
like
on the track.
dominance. I like compromise. But when a decision can't be made, I'm going to make it. That's the way it is.
This couple has worked out something that works, and
So
that's
you're
the
saying
key.
there's no
There's
reason
not
to
a
change
problem.
anything?
Right. I don't think so. I feel that a woman should list in her mind, is this taking
But
away
she
my life?
thinks
Or a man-
deep in her heart that maybe she is exerting too much control in
And
this
she's going to
relationship.
work on that. She keeps herself in
I'll work
check.
on it. I'll
They
let
have
him
a
wipe
very
the grill
healthy
now.
relationship here.
Okay.
God bless.
When we come back, all right, they almost didn't make it to the show today because they had broken up. They had fought so much they may not have even gotten on the plane. We'll meet the dueling couple when we come back.
A promotional fee has been provided by
Turn up the colors in your wash with new Ultra Vivid Powder Bleach with Color Care.
Once in your lifetime comes the magic of truly great music. For the first time ever, Time Life Music brings you Piano by Candlelight. Loved by millions around the world, these are the greatest romantic melodies of our time. Piano by Candlelight. Lush, unforgettable music. Your favorite songs from Broadway. Award-winning Hollywood hits. Plus today's most popular melodies. Piano by Candlelight has received gold and platinum awards, and now you can own this yourself. Of today's most memorable and relaxing hits. More than 2 full hours of fabulous music on 3 cassettes for only $19.99 or 2 compact discs for just $24.99.
To order Piano by Candlelight, use your credit card and call 1-800-238-2800. That's 1-800-238-2800. Or send $19.99 for 3 cassettes or $24.99 for 2 compact discs, plus $4 shipping and handling to Piano by Candlelight, Department 1, Richmond, Virginia, 23280.
I'm Dana Brewer, Miss Indiana. Please join us in the fight against cancer on June 6th in the first annual Vera Bradley Classic at the Sycamore Hills Golf Club. Every year, the American Cancer Society helps millions of people in the fight against cancer. Someday, we hope cancer will no longer be a part of our lives. You can help make a difference by just taking part. I hope to see you there.
Joining us now are Kelly and Mike. Now, they've been dating for about 8 months. You almost didn't make it to the show today, I mean, what happened, Kelly?
He didn't come home. He didn't come home. I've been looking for him for...
What do you mean he didn't come home?
Well, he did. He left. He said he'd be back in about an hour, and 24, 30 hours went by, and he never came home. I had to go looking for him.
Yeah, I was having a good time.
Yeah, he was having a good time until I showed up. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Now, do you all fight all the time, and what's the story?
All the time. That's an understatement.
And are there certain, I mean, are there buzz words we could use, push buttons into what you fight about?
Push buttons, breathe, and then we'll fight.
Why? I mean, what is it all about?
Anything. Well, because...
Jealousy?
Jealousy? No, I'm not jealous at all. I'm not jealous at all. You just, he knows how to pull my strings. He really, I love him to death. He's my little Italian yum-yum.
Oh, yeah.
But, for real, but no.
Okay, Mike, how do you pull her strings?
I don't even really try, to be honest with you. I mean, it's like if I look at somebody else, it's like I'll come up with a bruise on my arm.
A bruise on you? No.
You know, it's just
you could be out, let's say, at a bar or restaurant, the two of you.
He never comes
It was backstage just now.
Really?
Are you kidding me?
One of our people?
Yeah, somebody walked by and I looked at
I want to know which one.
It was like...
Which one? The blonde, the redhead, the brunette?
No, it was the girl with the long... You're funny. You're true.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it was twice.
No,
and she gave you a look, or
she said, "You better quit." Punched me in my arm.
So. Well, now, okay. Well, but see, no, what he'll do is he'll go. All right, for instance, he was with some Navy buddies of his, right? And he's like, and I was in the car, and they were waiting on something for like an hour outside, and they come back, and he's like, now tell her. I even asked. I didn't even ask, you know. Like, I tell her, how many women could I have been with just then? How many women could I have been with?
Oh, that's what you do, Mike.
Yeah.
And what did it tell you?
And he said about 7 or 8. But that's beside.
But I did.
But you didn't have to tell me that.
Well, you need to know those things.
No, I don't need to know that. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Why does she need to know?
Why does she need to know them?
Yes, please think. Why?
To know how much that I do care about her. If I wanted to go off, I could, but I don't.
No. And you don't.
You know? And so she needs to stop being jealous like she does.
And so I'm thinking that you feel that you need to remind her of that.
Yeah, she needs to realize.
Case what?
I don't think I
There's
need to
no just in case about it.
No,
It's nothing like that. She needs to realize that I love her to death, and I'm not going to go cheat on her.
How about saying I love you?
There you go. Hey, listen to the woman.
I love you.
She's talking some good stuff.
You see, so again, it comes down to we're really not that sure. Maybe, you know, you're a good-looking guy. I heard about you sexually.
Maybe.
So maybe because of your good looks and your sexuality, you've somehow you're basing too much of yourself on this.
But let me tell you this, Joyce. I mean, I've read what Kelly wrote us.
I know. I read it.
He's the best in bed.
That's my point.
I mean, the best.
See, all that.
I mean, the guy goes
God
forever.
bless America. All that well and good. You see, but when the dust settles and everyone out there knows just what I'm talking about, there's got to be more than sex in the relationship. Otherwise,
that's not bad for a starter.
Otherwise, it's almost a must for a starter. But there's got to be a host of other things. Otherwise, you know, like so many people who wrote me.
Are you past that, Kelly?
Not yet, but let them get married a few years and they'll need a lot more. They'll begin to secretly despise the partner if you don't share values. values.
I hated him last night. I hate you. I hate you. Get out of. I said, this room is in my name. Get out of that.
Relationships have to be based on shared values, and that is another question now. In other words, when I also, what do you value most in life? What's very important to you?
His hair.
No, let him speak. What's your goal in life? What's important to you?
That depends on you if you're talking short term, long term.
I'm talking long term.
Long term goals: family, financially stable.
You want a family.
Some type of career.
Financially stable career. All right. What about you? What is your goal in life?
Career and
what specific? Are you on your track towards your career?
I'm going backwards.
Thank you.
I'm going backwards.
Okay. Now here's my point.
And do you think she's going backwards because of him?
Right. She reminds me a lot of myself in this, and so many women who wrote to me that they're investing too much time and energy in a relationship.
Yes, he's it. He's it. I mean, that's it.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, when I met him, that was it. I dropped everything. It's him.
Biggest mistake a woman can make. Drop everything when you meet a man. You know, let me ask you, how would you have felt if when you met Connie, she dropped her whole career and she said, oh, now I want to stay home because I have a man. How would you have felt about her?
It was never
Would that have gained your self-respect of her?
I mean, that's not Connie Chung.
Thank you. Of course it's not. Of course. Ladies, be yourself and you will attract the right man.
In a moment, a woman who says planning to leave her marriage of 23 years was like planning an escape. Now that she's free, is she happy or not? We'll find out.
I remember Grandma's baking, how she just had a hunch when the banana nut bread was ready. What a taste. Today in my kitchen, I enjoy that same home-baked taste every time I have this post-banana nut crunch cereal. Real banana baked into crunchy oat clusters mixed with chopped walnuts and crispy wheat flakes for an irresistible baked-in banana nut taste. You'll love it. I got a hunch. Try Banana Nut Crunch for home-baked taste in your cereal bowl.
Extra sugar-free gum has extra long-lasting flavor, that you know. But extra reduces the risk of cavities, that you may not know. See, after you eat, pH levels in your mouth plummet. That's when plaque acids can cause tooth decay. Chewing neutralizes those nasty acids and brings pH levels back up, helping to keep your teeth stronger. The longer you chew, the better it works. So extra means long-lasting flavor and less risk of cavities.
A friend and I were in a lingerie store when she said she found these new pads that really help protect panties. Pads with ruffles. New Always Curves. And I said, ruffles? In fact, they're soft, stretchy gathers that form panty-protecting barriers all along the sides. And with dry weave, they're cleaner and drier too. Pads with dry weave and panty-protecting ruffles. Great idea. And they work so well, I'm telling friends about ruffles. New Always Curves. It's cleaner, it's drier, it's always.
Actually, we've been building homes for 18 years. And with Floyd and my 30 years experience, we really offer a big variety of products in the marketplace.
And the thing that I hear consistently over and over again is that Lancia builds the most homes for the money.
The customer always has the opportunity to sit, talk with us, or give us a call so that we can answer their concern.
We really are a custom builder also.
A professional builder with a personal touch. That's a major focus in our organization.
Have you ever dreamed of hitting one out of the park? You're the team's last hope. You swing, you connect, it's a home run, and the fans go wild. 21 Alive and Schenkel's All-Star Dairy want you to take the $1,000 MVP challenge. The two longest hitters on each preliminary night will advance to the finals. Hit one home in the finals and you could win $1,000. If you're up to the challenge, send a postcard with your vital stats to MVP Challenge, Box 2121, Fort Wayne. The next challenge, Monday, May 2nd. Enter today.
A young girl tricks a small town into believing she's a he.
The only thing we ever did was just kiss.
I thought Brandon was the best person I could have ever met in my whole life.
But when the truth came out,
he was actually a woman. So that's what I want to be. Just let me be what I want to be.
Police say her closest friends plan to kill her. On the next Maury Povich show, it's a bizarre story of sex and betrayal that led to murder. On the next Maury.
Yeah,
I like to tell Mike that I think that he tells her those stories so he could just feel better about himself.
In other words, how many women he could have?
Exactly, and for the couple in the middle, the one that's been married for 2 years, I like your style.
Okay, all right, you like your style. All right, stand right up. Yeah, stand right up.
No, well, first of all, I wanted to ask how old you guys were in the black.
I'm 23.
Okay. I think you guys are really picking on them. They're not married. They're young. Let them work out the kinks in their relationship, and maybe they'll be fine.
Right, but I just want to warn women. Sometimes it doesn't end there, and they go from one.
Let me ask you a question.
22 years old.
The other.
Joyce.
Sure.
They're married. They're not married.
You can call me Joycey.
Are you married?
Oh, hey, I got rid of everybody. But I am looking, I am now, you know why? You have to be okay yourself before you can attract the right man. And now I am, and I'm ready for the right relationship. And I believe it's going to happen soon.
Kelly, why don't you go out for 24 hours, 30 hours at a time?
I was hoping that would come up. I have. But see, but when I do it, I mean, we're talking. I mean, I get scared. I mean, because he gets so mad. I mean, it's like, and it's my fault.
He does get jealous.
Jealous? Jealous I can't bartend. He won't let me bartend.
No, it's not.
See, now that word, won't let me watch a soap opera.
But if she chose to, it was
Hush,
okay.
man, hush.
It's like
will
that.
not let me watch a soap opera.
Let? What do you mean let?
Well,
so
you're
do
the
you
only
let
talk
him
show.
let you do
Forget
anything?
Oprah.
Hello, let.
Forget it.
Let.
I think Maury agree with that. Forget Oprah, right?
No let. No let. As soon as you hear the word let,
Get it out of your life, huh?
Something's wrong.
He
let
knows I worship the ground he walks on.
That's the problem. Let is the relationship
Do you
between
let him
a
go to
parent
topless bars?
and child.
Hell no. Excuse me.
Let is between a parent and child. Two adults discuss things. Am I right?
That's fine. Yeah, but I mean, it goes two ways.
That's
I mean,
good.
Of course
I want to tell you
it
something.
goes two ways.
That's very good advice.
We're bashing men today. What do you want from us? We're bashing you.
Yeah.
Not really.
I wanted to ask Roger if he felt like a kept man.
I'm sorry?
If he felt like a kept man.
A kept man, don't you work?
No, I work. I have my job and I have my assets.
Get rid of him.
I do have my own assets.
If he's constantly unemployed, by the way.
Let's move on. We're going to find some results here. Donna and Maria both read Joyce Bedrell's book, Get Rid of Him. And guess what? They did just that. Donna after a 20-year marriage and Maria after 22 years. So what was it like leaving your husband?
Scary.
I bet.
But in order to save my life, I had to leave. I had to get out of this relationship.
Are you hearing a lot of things here that your marriage?
Some things, yes. But I went to a couple of therapists who awakened me and said, one of them said, I see frozen tears in your eyes. The other one said, Donna, you're too young to die. And I said, what are you talking about? I didn't know what was going on with myself.
What did you do to get out?
Well, I planned an escape. Some of you may have seen Schindler's List. It was kind of the same thing.
It breaks my heart. There are so many women that are going through what you went. When you wrote me that letter 1 year ago, you said, Joyce, I wish I had read your book years ago. Why did you say that? Why?
Because I wish I hadn't wasted so many years.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
Destroying myself.
Why do women...
I was trying to save a marriage, and in doing so, I almost destroyed myself.
And can you think of why you stayed so long? Why did you stay? Why?
Because I was afraid and I had such low self-esteem, I didn't think I was worth anything.
There you go.
Maria, what did you do to get out?
Well, I just called it quits. I got tired of the situation.
After 22 years?
After 22 years.
Were you afraid?
I was very frightened. I have 3 children. I was always supposed to stay at home, and my job was the house and the children, even though I have an education, and
Because we always wonder this, if you're in a bad situation like this, why can't you end it? Why can't you leave? Why can't you just say, I'm not going to take this anymore?
Well, I agree with Donna. A lot of it is fear, habit, the way we were brought up. You know, we were brought up to be committed to a marriage.
Maria told me that when she read Get Rid of Him, it confirmed what she already knew.
You
need another voice. You're not crazy.
That's right.
You're not alone. How many letters I got? Right. That was me. I felt as if you were in my house.
Yes, she validated what I knew I should be doing.
What happened when he heard that did you just walk out? Did you tell him?
Well, no. He was playing a little game with me for a couple of years, you know, wanting to leave, wanting not to leave, and I kept thinking, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And he'd say, nothing, just you. So I thought, well, that can't be true. Something else has to be going on. I went to therapy, and I had a very low sense of self, very low self-esteem. Still couldn't give myself permission to do something that I needed to
How
be
did
done.
you what happened? What physically happened? Tell me. Give me the picture.
Well,
did you say, I'm out of here?
He was transferred out of the state. Gave me a little bit of chance to be on my own and think, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? I had started substitute teaching. I liked being in the workforce. I liked being my own person. And then he started playing around on the telephone telling me, maybe I should call an attorney to see about a separation and divorce. And I took him up on it.
Okay.
And he was so shocked. He's saying, I stabbed him in the back now, but I'm not sorry. And I should have done this 10 years ago. Too bad you didn't write your book
And
then.
Donna, how did you finally
leave?
leave?
But he is now to save other people.
How did you finally leave, Donna? Did you just leave?
No, I didn't. I got all my ducks in a row. I had some business deals to finish up because I knew that the law states that you split 50-50. So I had to figure out what my 50% was going to be, and I was going to make it as good as I could do. So I finished the business deals, made all my plans, bought a townhouse, bought a new car to replace my 10-year-old car. Just made a lot of arrangements in advance, lined up the movers. I knew that he was going to be out of the country.
Make plans. I tell that to women. You don't just go 20 years, boom.
And so when you left, he wasn't around?
No. No, as I was flying north, he was flying south. He thought I was still there, and I wasn't. I left him a letter, and I didn't even tell him why I was going home, but I went home. And while he was down there, the next day that I got home, I filed. The movers came. I spent the weekend packing. The movers came Monday morning, and I was out of there.
And you never thought of the picture of him coming home to an empty house?
Yes, I thought about him coming home early when he saw that I was not down where I was supposed to be. Gotcha. And I had to lie. And I told my therapist, I said, I feel terrible about doing this. And he said, Donna, you got to take care of yourself. And
I asked my audience members to take a look at their own love lives. Now, you might be surprised to hear what they told me. We'll find out when we come back.
Folks, how'd you like to buy a new car for a used car price? You can at Fort Wayne Nissan. It's our last of the 93 sale. A new 93 Altima GXE can be bought for under the price of a used one. And a new 93 pickup can be picked up for over $600 less than a used one.
There's only one, Bob Rohrman.
Now's the time to buy that new Nissan from Fort Wayne Nissan, just around the corner from the Glenbrook Mall on Lima Road.
Jim Martin is the Quality Control Manager at Allen Dairy Milk. And every day, he makes sure Allen Dairy Milk is the freshest, most nutritious, and best-tasting milk you can buy. For this, Jim receives no particular awards, distinct honors, or personal recognition. His job does come, however, with a very special incentive package. Allen Dairy Milk. One taste says it's good.
The message was simple. Tell your parents how much you love them before it's too late.
Mom and Dad, it was very, very, very difficult for me to write this letter.
I know you felt unappreciated. I am truly sorry for all the hurt I gave you all those years.
So what I'm trying hard to put into words is that I love you.
Let's break the breach in years of heartache with the moment given to us. I love you, your daughter, Janie.
Writing a love letter to your parents, next Oprah.
Friday at 4 on 21 Alive.
Now's the time to save big during our biggest baby sale ever at Value City. Featuring a great collection of infant and toddler Famous Maker short sets. Compare $11 to $13. Now your choice, only $6.99. Plus infant and toddler Famous Maker short all sets. Compare $15 to $23. Now your choice, only $9.99. And newborn and infant Disney Baby Summer Playwear. Your choice, only $6.99. All this and more during the baby sale at Value City Department Stores.
I've taught my kids just the way my mama taught me. She gave me a strong sense about what's right. She called it motherwit. Even as young as my kids are, they know their way around. And they're well aware I can draw the line if I have to. But with AIDS out there, I'm going to have to dig a little deeper and talk a little longer about drugs, sex, and AIDS.
We can help you talk about AIDS
For a free guide, call 1-800-342-AIDS.
All right, now this is surprising. We polled our audience before the show. Joyce gave them a list of red flags to look out for in a relationship. Warning signs of impending disaster. And here are the results from our own audience. 25 red flag warning signs. Statements that warn people if they are in a bad relationship. And these are the results. Of all the people in this audience, all of them, and this could be close to 200 people, only 15 people said that they were in perfect relationships. Whoa! 12 people have what we call, they're in the danger area. Bad relationships. They checked off more than half the statements on the survey. And the most commonly statements that were checked, payment, the partner, see, I can't even read without my glasses. How are those glasses? Most commonly checked statements were, the partner openly flirts. Does that sound familiar?
Yes.
And the partner constantly criticizes them.
Right. Yes. Picking away and taking away the self. And the thing is, most of those fellows who do that, it's because they're over-identifying. They're thinking whatever you do is going to embarrass them. You know, like a teenager feels about a parent. Don't wear that, Ma. Everybody's looking. These guys never got out of that stage. Yes.
Hi. Excuse my voice. What I would like to know is that most people who are into self are usually very much alone. How do you find the balance and not so much dominance in your life? Or is knowing about self supposed to help you to make better judgment calls?
Yes, when it comes to self-esteem, water seeks its own level.
I just hate that word.
So when you know who you are, you will attract the right man.
Okay, yeah.
Hi, I'm thrilled to be here because I also read the book. And I didn't know this was the show today. But I was fortunate, unlike these two ladies, I have only been married 2 years. And after I read the book, it made me realize that what I was lacking was self-esteem, and that I had to do something. I had to do something for myself.
Yes.
And
I'm so happy. I love this.
Unfortunately, I did get rid of him, but...
Fortunately or unfortunately?
Do you feel better now or worse?
Well, this is a very difficult period, but I do know that I have done the right thing.
Okay. There you go. And from here, it will be up. You know...
Instead of scheming on a man, because that takes too long, what's the fastest and the quickest way to get rid of a man?
All right. I have a few tips. Get rid of him by using psychological judo. Get in an argument with him, and when he gets real mad and says, oh, you're no good, this is no good, you know something, you're right, this is not working out, bye. That's the fastest way.
Look at
it's kind of joking.
That's the same kind of manipulation that you are decrying.
It's not manipulating. It's taking advantage of a situation that's come up
What is the difference between manipulating and taking the advantage of a situation?
Okay. It's a huge difference. Good boy.
We'll be back right after this.
If you would like to join Maury in the studio audience, then call or write for free tickets. It's the Maury Povich Show, 221 West 26th Street, New York, New York, 10001. Or call 212-989-3622.
I looked the other way when he got in trouble at school. I didn't say a thing when he'd come home drunk. When he ran away, I always told myself he'd come back. But now he's in so much trouble. I don't understand him anymore.
If your teenager is out of control, call Charter Beacon at 1-800-CHARTER. If you don't get help at Charter, please get help somewhere.
Only 72 hours to buy. Only 72 hours to save. Hurry, it's Leaf Furniture's spectacular 72-hour sale with incredible furniture savings of 12 to 53%. And no payments, no interest till October. If you have not seen the Leaf 72-hour sale flyer, come by the store today for your free copy. Inside you'll find a fabulous furniture and bedding selection at the guaranteed lowest price in town. Don't miss the spectacular 72-hour sale right now at Leaf Furniture.
Just Wednesday, President Clinton announced an aggressive program to immunize the nation's children.
Many of our children go without their vaccinations for measles, polio, and other childhood diseases. The president would like to see 90% compliance with vaccinations by the year 2000. Up next on Liveline, we'll tell you about a program that is helping accomplish that. Dr. Lewis Will joins us to talk about Super Shot Saturday. That's next on Liveline, right here on 21 Alive News at noon. Please join us.
Hi, this is Jim Brady at Sandpoint's annual Garden Walk, and here with me is Garden Corner Manager Jerry Embry with some thoughts on landscaping.
Jim, landscaping represents a window to your life and your lifestyle. Here at Sandpoint, we offer a wide range of landscaping services, including colorscaping, maintenance, professional design, and professional advice.
Well, now's the time to come on out and check out those landscaping ideas as well as the great gardening ideas. It's the annual Garden Walk, and it's going on right now at Sandpoint Greenhouse. Come on out. Focus on Health is returning with free health checks at a site near you.
Saturday's sites are Sacred Heart Home in Avila, the old Angola High School gym, Markle Church of Christ, and Carew Medical Park in Fort Wayne.
Brochures containing detailed information are available at any Couch Pharmacy or call the hotline at 480-8113. Focus on Health is brought to you by Midwest Medical Research Foundation and sponsored by 21 Alive, Couch Pharmacy, and the American Red Cross.
Guests of the Maury Povich Show stay at the Kimberly Suites Hotel, a unique combination of European luxury and elegance, located in the heart of New York's fashionable East Side.
We learn anything here? Mike, Kelly? Huh? Things are going to be better, or as soon as you walk out of here, are you going to take a look at one of my associate producers and are you going to hit them?
I've been telling you live. I said they were going to be better or worse.
Yeah,
we'll just have to go with the flow and play by ear.
All right. Dan, Amy?
I just want to get this straight. How old are you, Joyce?
I'm old. I'm 50.
Okay, so in other words, according to your plan, I'm supposed to clean up my life for the next...
No, what
25
I
years.
was saying to you in the break is I'd like you both to get rid of him together, and that will help you. You'll see that it's not a man-bashing book. It's more to help.
The first 12 chapters in the book. Get rid of him because. Get rid of him because. There's no get rid of her.
You're right.
It is slanted. You cannot deny the fact that this is a slanted book against men.
But it works for men in the reverse. I've gotten many letters from men.
Guess what? Here we are. Look, they're holding hands. They got one going here.
You might decide
Thank you, Maria, so much. Donna, thanks so much. Both of your stories, really.
We kill germs that cause bad breath. We fight plaque above the gum line. We go on to battle the gum infection, gingivitis. We are Listerine antiseptic.
For allergies that hurt, Benadryl Allergy Sinus Headache combines maximum strength relief for sinus pain and pressure with the histamine blocker, Benadryl. Benadryl Allergy Sinus Headache from Park Davis.
I remember putting on weight. When my parents got divorced, I turned to food for comfort, and that set the pattern for the next 20 years. I went down to Jenny Craig. The program taught me how to eat healthy. The whole time that I was losing the weight, I was learning how to keep it off. I feel so good looking at myself now. It blows me away.
Lose all the weight you want for $7 a week. That's just $1 a day. Call Jenny Craig.
Tomorrow, your weekend just got funnier. Catch America's Funniest Home Videos on a special day and time. It's an extra special comedy treat with Bob Saget and America's Funniest Home Videos. Then the crew of the Starship Enterprise is heading home to the 20th century. Join William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy in an extraordinary mission to save the planet. Don't miss Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home on the ABC Saturday Night Movie.
Louis Farrakhan. Is he the racist some say he is, or a passionate disciple of change? My exclusive interview, 2020, tonight.
Sunday, saddle up for a ride to a haven for America's wild horses.
Plus, on the eve of their world tour, Salt and Pepper on Good Morning America Sunday.
Here on ABC.
Hamburger Helper gives you 4 great ways to serve.
poppable and handy. For munching, they're just dandy. The crunchy chocolate candy. New Nestle Bunch of Crunch. So get your hands on some new Nestle Bunch of Crunch.
Yeah, we'll do lunch. Okay, I'll make lunch. Boy, being a superstar isn't what it used to be. Oh, good, we're here. People used to recognize me everywhere I went.
Oh,
Rick Hall.
No, you're not.
Don't touch her. Could we get a picture?
Nothing's as super when compared to Kohl's Super Saturday.
Well, at least the kids still love my autographs.
You wish.
Get away. Whoa! Oh, look at the time.
8 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. tomorrow only. Only at Kohl's.
See how country singer Ricky Van Shelton is giving Little Red Riding Hood a run for her money, only on the next Entertainment Tonight.
Friday at 6:30 on 21 Alive.
A conversation with the Smothers Brothers, live at 5.
I'm sorry.
Hey, what for? It's okay.
No, I shouldn't fall apart. It isn't, you know.
It isn't what? It isn't what a big, strong man of God that knows all the answers, huh? Hey, that's bull. You stop apologizing.
I'm sorry.
Andrew, come on. We both know that Cassie's in trouble, okay? But you can't carry the load all by yourself. Now, where is she?
She's upstairs. She's lying down again.
All right, well, I'm gonna go talk to her.
Thank you. We are both glad that we have a friend like you. We are.
Hey, Renee, business pretty good, is it?
Hello, beautiful. Yeah, it's just great.
Well, I'm looking for one of your guests.
Max?
Who else? I gotta find him sooner and soon, and I went up to his room. He's nowhere to be found. I was wondering if you might be able to tell me where I could find him.
John,
Yes.
We need another setting at this table, please.
Renee, look at me. Can you tell me where he is?
He's at the one place he should not go anywhere near.
Oh, my goddess. The casino.
I'm sorry, darling. I wish he was anywhere but.
Al is out in the car. Would you watch him for me?
Of course I will, but you're not going to the
I am going to go after him.
No, Luna. I don't think that now is the time to confess.